Today we're going to sing the ABC song, and then I will show you how to make all of the letters and how to sign the last part of the song. So we'll go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? So the letters of the alphabet are done with the hand that you like to write or draw with, and most of them you just do with your palm forward. So A is like this. It looks like the letter A if you're right-handed, with your thumb on the side. B makes a B shape like that, with your thumb across. C, if you turn it sideways, it does look like a C, but when we make the letters, we just keep our palm forward. D is pointing with your finger. You point up, and that's another one. If you look sideways, it does look like a D, but we're just going to keep our palm forward. E looks like this. It's sort of like when you make a lowercase e and there's like a line across the middle. People who are really good at fingerspelling have taught me that if you put your first two fingers on the first knuckle of your thumb, that's the easiest and clearest way of making it. But you do want to get your thumb over a little bit so you can tell it's an E. F is like this. You kind of do that with your fingers, and it's just like the sign you make when you say, everything's fine, I'm good, and fine starts with an F. It also kind of looks like a feather. G goes sideways, and at this one you do turn the back of your hand so the other person sees the back of your hand and your knuckles. It's just one finger pointing sideways like that. And H is just the same, and the G and H don't really look like G and H. Some of the letters do, but some don't. H has two straight lines, and if you picture a capital H lying on its side, that would look kind of like the H, so that might be a way of remembering. I looks like a little tiny I with your pinky. J starts with the I, and then you put a little hook on it like that. K is another one. If you look at it sideways, you can see it looks like the top part of a K, but we just make it forward. If that's tricky, you can just make kind of two fingers up. That'll be pretty close if you're just learning your letters. But if you're more skilled, you can drop your middle finger till it kind of hits your thumb, and then that's the K shape. L is nice and easy because it looks like an L. M has 3 points down, like when you make an M, it goes down 3 times. And for making the letter, if you make it too much up like this, it's a little too hard to see that it's an M. And if you do too much like this, that's kind of hard on your arm. So if you go kind of halfway in between, so you can see there's 3 fingers down, that's good for the person trying to look at your letter. And then N, it's just the same, and N has 2 bumps down, and so we're going to kind of hold those 2 fingers out of the way and let 2 fingers go down. O looks like an O sideways. P is just like a K, but it drops down. So K and P match. If you've ever heard of KP duty in the Army, where you have to get the food ready, that's a way of remembering if you're a grown-up. And it kind of looks like the way a P sticks down below the line. Q also sticks down below the line when you write a lowercase q, and it's just the same as a G. And then there's a Q down. If you're a grown-up, you might think of GQ magazine, which is a magazine for grown-ups, as a way of remembering which one is P and which one's Q, because sometimes that's hard to remember. R is just crossing your fingers like that. If you can't really cross your fingers, some kids can't do that. It's a little too hard, but you can just make them go kind of close together, and that's okay too. But for crossing your fingers, some people, when they write an R, a capital R, they make a little curly Q in the middle, and that's the way I remember I suggest you might remember which one the R is. S is like very snug and secure. Your thumb goes across, and that's like if you make an S, that's sort of like the diagonal line in the middle of an S. So that's S. T, your thumb is tucked in tight, and there's like a lowercase t across there. U, when you make a U, the two lines go parallel like that, so that's a U. And then V, V looks like a V, so that one's easy. And W looks like a W, so that one's easy. You just keep your pinky out of the way. Then we have X, which doesn't look like an X. You make like a little hook like that. That's an X. Y looks like a Y if you include your arm. And then Z, for Z, we take our pointer finger and make a little Z in the air. Z. And then the last part, I'll teach you the words for that. You can just do one sign for each word. It fits really nicely. Now, there's a letter Y. Remember letter Y? And you pull them down strongly one time. Now, I, for I, we just point. You point to yourself. Now, I know. And for know, we put all 4 fingers up against our head because knowing is really strong. So use all your fingers. Know, my. For my, we use a flat hand to show something that belongs to us. So it's like saying it's my ABCs because I know them. My A, B, C's. Just do the letters. Then for next time, for next, it's like you jump over a hurdle, and then that's in the future. So next time, and time you point to your watch or where your watch would be on your wrist. Next time. And then the words say, won't you sing with me? And it really means, please, will you sing with me? It's a kind of old-fashioned way of saying, will you? So I just do the sign for will. So that's just a hand going forward, kind of going forward to the future. Won't you, for you, we just point to the person that we're singing to. Won't you sing? This means sing or music. You kind of make a little, nice little gesture, sort of like you're playing a violin sideways in your arm. Sing with. And with is just 2 hands together like that. So your thumbs are up and your hands go together. And then me. So, so next time you can try to do more of those signs when you sing it. Okay, bye-bye.